Hotbeds. What are they and how can they revolutionise how you grow food? In the UK, we don't have the best of weather sometimes. When gardening, it's really nice to be able to actually control the elements a little bit. And this is what we're going to be doing today with a hotbed. Hotbeds are taking a very natural process, which is composting, and more specifically hot composting, and using it as a natural way to heat plants and start them off a lot earlier than you would do if you were sowing them outside. The local pigeon breeder has dropped off loads of pigeon manure, and I think this is a really good way to use this manure. It's very high in nitrogen, so that means it's going to really heat up these piles. And the benefit of hotbeds is that you can start your plants off on the top, just adding a bit of soil on top, and you grow your little plants in there. You get an early season for those plants, but what you're also doing is that compost is breaking down and being turned into lovely crumbly stuff underneath. And throughout the season you can then grow squash, or you could grow tomatoes in this bed. And once it's completely collapsed down and ready to go, you can lift up your boards or your cage and your frame, and you can use that compost then on your beds. I just think this is such a win-win situation, and I'm really keen to try it on my allotment. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So come with me and let's start our hotbed. I have this metal grate which I've bent into shape and kind of created a bit of a large square. Because we get so much wood chip, what I'm going to do is layer up 2 layers of wood chip, and this leafy wood chip is really good because this will rot down very fast. And then over here is the pigeon poo, and we seem to be getting a regular delivery of this stuff, so the guy is dropping it off every week. So I'm hoping that 3 layers is probably going to be enough just to heat this up a little bit. And then in a few months' time, when this is all rotted down and it's really good soil, you can obviously spread it onto your beds. So all I'm doing here is putting 2 layers of wood chip in, and then I'm going to top that up with 2 layers of pigeon poo, and I'll bring it right up to the top here, and then we'll put in the topsoil, which is what we're going to grow the vegetables in. If you're enjoying this video so far and you're finding it really useful, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button down below. It helps to send this video out to more people so I can inspire and encourage others to try this hotbed. If you'd like to follow me on my journey as I learn to grow more of my own food, then I'd love to have you along for the ride. Why not hit the subscribe button down below and join the community? It's been a couple of days since I started this hot heap outside, and I'm going to have a look now and see if it's heated up enough. I think it must have rained a couple of days ago, and it's really hot on the surface. Let's get something underneath and just see what it's like under the layers of wood chip. That's really warm, really smoky and warm. That's going to be good. My plan with this pile now is to get lots of topsoil that the plants are actually going to grow in this first part of the year. Just to talk you through my process, what I'm doing is I'm layering up a selection of different sort of composts that I've got around the plot. So I've got this green waste compost that we got delivered last September, which I've been left rotting down, and then I've also got my own home compost that I'm mixing in, and we've got a little bit of topsoil as well, so I'm just mixing those together. But another thing I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of this bat guano that I have got, and it's just going to hopefully help feed the plants as they grow. I've topped up the compost right up to the top, and I'm pretty happy with where it is now. So I've got about 6 inches of soil for the plants to grow in initially. So I've just made some drills, and I'm going to try and sow something in this bed now and see what happens. So I've actually taken the greenhouse cover off because this is really hot. I think with the greenhouse cover on, it was about 40 degrees. So I want to cool it down a little bit, and really I kind of want the surface to sit around 20-25 degrees. I just tested it and it was about between 25 and 19 degrees. It's just started cooling down a bit, so it's currently about 19. What I'm going to do is do a test with it and leave this off for a couple of days and see just how warm and how cold it sort of gets on the top. I have actually got some lettuce seedlings. So can you see this here? That is a lettuce that's coming up. I sowed this 2 days ago and it's already starting to sprout, which is a really good sign. I'm currently just heating the polytunnel and heating this little hotbed just with a bit of pigeon poo and some wood chip. But it's just about the balancing act and getting that right. I'm going to see how that hotbed gets on over the next 2 days, and I also have got the cover in case the weather does start turning and getting a bit cooler, and we'll just see how it does. But really promising that the lettuces are coming up, and I've just got to wait and see if the kohlrabi and the beetroot start coming up too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm really excited to see how this hot composting and how this hotbed works on the allotment. It seems to be quite promising so far. I'm seeing some first signs of lettuce seeds germinating already, and that's 2 days after I sowed them. The surface is actually so hot, I'm a little bit worried that it's too hot now. I built this whole thing quite big. I might try to make a smaller one next time just to see if I can discourage it from getting too hot, because we want it about 30 degrees on the surface, maybe a little bit cooler. We'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you updated in my later videos. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this hotbed technique or you're looking to try it on your allotments. You can also use cow manure and horse manure. Any farmyard manure that has a lot of nitrogen in it is going to help heat these piles up. If you'd like to check out any more of my videos, then you can find them over here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!